Hey, what's up everybody? It's Vern from Usawa Fitness, and today I'm going to compare 3 different massage guns. Now I got the Theragun Prime, the HYDRAGUN, and the Bob and Brad C2 massage gun. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the specifications of all 3 guns. And then I'm going to show you where you might be able to save some money with these guns compared to some of the other guns on the market, and also one of these guns compared to the other 2. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get it started. The first gun I'm going to talk to you guys about here today is the Theragun Prime. Now, Theragun makes 3 different versions of their gun. They make the Theragun Prime, which is $299. They make the Theragun Elite, which is $399. And then they make the Theragun Pro, which is $599. And you ain't never going to hear me talk about that gun here on my channel because we balling on a budget. And I think that extra $300 that we spend on that gun could be put into somewhere else in a small home, garage, or backyard gym. Now, the biggest feature that's going to set this gun apart from any of the other guns that I review here or out there on the market is the triangle handle, this multi-grip triangle handle. It's special, y'all, because this allows you to really drive into a muscle that you're trying to work when you're using this gun differently than any other gun, because sometimes you can't really apply the pressure into a muscle with just that tube handle that you find on most guns. And I'll get that up real quick. That's real special about this gun. Now this gun's gonna have a 30-pound stall force. So when you're applying some of that pressure, digging into one of those muscles that you're trying to release, you're gonna be able to push down with 30 pounds of pressure before the motor stalls out on you in order to protect the device. Now you're gonna get 5 different customizable speeds, and you're gonna hear me talk about PPMs. That's percussions per minute, and that's just how many times this gun is going to hit you over the course of 1 minute. This one has 5 speeds: 1750, 1900, 2100, 2200, and 2400 percussions per minute. And like I said, that's just how many times it's going to hit you over the course of the minute, and it's nice. Now, one thing to note is that when you turn this bad baby on, it's like a tank, all right? It sounds like a rocket. It's loud, real loud, y'all. So if you're trying to Netflix and chill with your boy, your bae, or you're out there at your job and you're trying to get a little massage in your cubicle or whatever, this is gonna be an issue because you're gonna hear this and it's gonna be loud and destructive, okay? I'm gonna admit that. It's way louder than the other 2 guns, and we'll talk about those other 2 in a minute. Now, another thing about this gun is that it has Bluetooth. So you're gonna be able to connect this to your Android or your iPhone and control the device with your smartphone. And that's something that not all 3 of these guns do. And I'll talk to you about what the other 2 do, so go ahead and stick around for a second. This gun is gonna run for 120 minutes before you need to recharge it. And when you do need to recharge it, you're gonna have to use the supplied cable because you can't use a USB-C charger like the ones on your phone or your computer. So you are gonna have to carry that specific cable around when you want to charge this one up. And one of these guns doesn't do that. Stick around and I'll tell you about which one that is. Now the other thing is it's going to come with 4 massage heads. I usually use the ball massage head for everything I do on all 3 of these guns, but this gun does have 4 different heads that you can put on it, and it comes with a nice soft case to carry it around in. Now that's the Theragun. Now just to recap before I move on to the next gun, what I like about this gun is the multi-grip handle. That little triangle handle is bomb. It really allows you to use 2 hands and allows you to really apply some pressure to a muscle that you may not be able to dig into as easily with some of the guns that just have the barrel handle. You do have to keep in mind that this one has a 30-pound stall force. So even though you're going to be able to use 2 hands and apply more pressure, that stall force is going to be coming up a little quicker than these other 2 guns, and I'll explain exactly what I mean about that, so stick around for a second. But let me go ahead and move on to the next gun, and that gun is going to be the HYDRAGUN. Now this is the HYDRAGUN, and I did a full review on this gun back in November, so if you want to dig a little bit deeper and learn a little bit more about this gun, go ahead and hit that link up there and check that out at the end of this video. But some things to note about this gun, especially after picking up that Theragun, is that HYDRAGUN is built differently. It's aluminum, it's heavy, it's got this nice rubber grip on it, and it just feels like a little bit more premium built gun. And part of that premium build is silence. This is the most quiet of the three guns that I'm gonna review today. So, like I said, if you're getting that Netflix and chill moment, you're working with your girl, your guy, you're giving them a massage, this gun is gonna be great because it's gonna be a lot quieter than than at least one of those guns. It's comparable with the Bob and Brad gun, but this gun is definitely quieter than the two, but it's way quieter than that Theragun Prime. But it's also going to have several customizable ranges. I think there's 7, and they go from 1,300 all the way up to 3,200. So you're going to get a little bit more range where you can go into a muscle a little bit softer than you can with the Theragun, and you can also go a little bit harder, and that you can go a lot higher. That gun goes to 2,400 percussions per minute. This one goes up to 3,200, and it also has a greater stall force. The stall force on this one is going to be 40 pounds. So you're going to be able to dig in 40 pounds of pressure with this gun, which is something I wish that Theragun Prime would do, just because you could use 2 hands. But if you're working on your boo, your bae, or your client, this is one that you're going to be able to go a little bit harder before it actually stalls out, protecting that motor. Now, this device does not have Bluetooth, but it does have a huge battery, and this guy will last you 6 hours before you need to recharge it. Now, just like the Theragun Prime, you're going to have to use its very specific charging mechanism in order to charge it up, because you can't use a USB charger or anything like that. Now, before I move on to the third gun, let me recap what I like about this one. Actually, wait, let me talk about the massage heads first. This gun comes with 6 massage heads, and a couple of them have metal heads, and I like that because it allows you to work a muscle over close in a way you can't with some of the plastic textured heads of the other guns and this gun, aside from those 2 metal heads. But now let me go ahead and recap what I like about this one. Number 1, the battery. That 6-hour battery is clutch, because I rarely even think about recharging this gun, and I've used it for months without having to recharge it, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, how long has it been since I recharged that thing? And I go ahead and throw it on the charger, and I love that. The other thing is that it's quiet, y'all. This one is so much more quiet than some of the other guns that I have, and I think that's something that you guys are gonna find clutch. If you're sitting there watching a movie with your girl or your guy, and you're using this gun, or you're in an office space and you need to have it be more quiet, this is clutch. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. Okay, let me go ahead and grab out this other one real quick. I know y'all just heard that difference. I'm gonna turn this one up to its highest level. Got 6 levels. And you can still hear this one. You can still hear this one over this one. I don't know if y'all can tell that. And that's at the stage 1. I turn this boy up. Okay. Turn them all back down. All right. This one's on its max. I'm gonna put this one on its max, put this one on its lowest. Still much louder, okay? All right, so one thing I'll tell you that I really like, let that stop. So one of the things I'll tell you I really like is that this one is super quiet, and it got that big battery. Again, just like the Theragun Prime, I don't like that the HYDRAGUN has a very specific cable to charge it, but I do love this gun. I like all 3 of these guns. Don't snooze. I wouldn't have them if I didn't. But I'm also trying to teach you guys or show you guys some of the things that are different about the guns, so I got a bunch of guns, okay? But anyway, I only got this kind. Now, the third gun I'm gonna talk to you guys about today is this Bob and Brad C2 massage gun. Now, this is a smaller gun. It's gonna hit you for 130 bucks. And I don't know if I mentioned the price on that HYDRAGUN. Now, HYDRAGUN is $299, just like the Theragun Prime that I showed you at the beginning. But like I said, this gun is 130 bucks, and it's powerful, you guys. This gun has a customizable range of 2,000 to 3,200 percussions per minute. It's got a 35-pound stall force. So the stall force on this one is a little higher than the Theragun Prime. That's a 30-pound stall force, and a little bit lower than the HYDRAGUN, which has a 40-pound stall force. So you're gonna be able to dig this gun down into a muscle that you're trying to work with, 35 pounds of pressure before it stalls out. It's got a 2500 milliamp battery, and that battery is rechargeable with a USB-C cable, so you can fast charge this gun. And that to me is clutch. You could charge this guy fast with the same charger that you use for your phone or your laptop. And that's something that I think is clutch when you try to use this gun on vacation. If you forget your charger, you can easily go buy another one and you can charge this up. If you don't have a USB-C charger, if all you have is those lightning port type chargers on an iPhone, you can still charge this up with a cable that you can get very easily. And I like that because this is one that I like to throw in a bag and carry around quick. And I don't have to really ever even think about bringing a charger. Sometimes I just throw this in my backpack and I like that. Like I said, I like all three of these. I use them because I own them. But at the same time, I really like and enjoy the fact that this gun is charged by a USB-C cable. It's plastic, it's got a nice rubber grip on it, and is also very quiet. I'll go ahead and cut it on for y'all real quick. Now, it's much more quiet than that Theragun Prime. Is nowhere near as quiet as that HYDRAGUN. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up all the way. Okay, that's its 5 settings. I'll go ahead and pull out the HYDRAGUN, or I'm sorry, the HYDRAGUN real quick. Okay, I'm gonna turn this one up a little bit so you can't even tell it's on yet. I'm gonna turn this one back down. This one is humming. It sounds like a cat purring. Okay. That's me turning it up 3 levels. 3 levels. 2 more. And 2 more. And then obviously this one has another. Can go up again. Okay? We turn those off. And so at $130, I asked myself, what's the difference between this gun and the other 2 guns? Now, I don't see a whole lot of difference when it comes to massage gun therapy because the one thing I'm looking for is doom, 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 doom. I just want to be able to drive this ball into a muscle that I need to release some tension from. And, you know, as long as that gun holds up and it doesn't just burn out over a short period of time, I don't see the difference between this gun and those guns for the most part. And for $170 less, what could we do with $170 in our home garage and backyard gyms? We could easily be buying a set of dumbbells. You could buy any of the benches that you've ever seen me review on this channel. You could buy an Olympic bar. You could buy that squat assist row and rides you've seen me review. The stair stepper. You could buy a number of things for your home garage and backyard gyms with $170. Do I love those guns? Absolutely. I own them. I bought them. And I still say that those are phenomenal guns for each for their own reasons. But sometimes massage guns are equal to treadmills. People buy a treadmill saying that they're going to use it, and the next thing you know, it become a coat rack. Sometimes a massage gun, I know people that have massage guns that sit in a desk somewhere that they never use. So if you've never used a massage gun, maybe you grab the Bob and Brad C2 massage gun, see if you like it, figure out if you want those other features, bigger battery, Bluetooth, multi-grip handle, what have you. But my take on it is that any of these guns are great. If you're balling on a budget, this is probably your best choice. I hope y'all like what I had to say here today. If you haven't already, y'all, please hit that like button and give me some support because that helps me out a lot. If you haven't subscribed, hit that too. And, you know, share my content. I really can't use those likes. I got to start pushing out a little bit more because it's very helpful to my channel. But I appreciate y'all coming. Love and peace, everybody.